Sure, we all know who the Proud Boys are. We don't really talk about them much because they're just one of a few fairly prominent neo-Nazi terrorist groups, though they aren't designated one by the federal government. But the problem is when you have groups like this, they feed off of attention. All they want is attention. So up until this point, unless it was like a topic that was being brought up as sort of a niche thing off the side of a different topic that I was talking about, I generally wouldn't even bring them up, like, because they're pretty, like, you don't want to give them attention. But unfortunately, they got attention from Trump, and they got really happy about that. But then Trump, for media presence only, or for media approval only, condemned the Proud Boys in probably the most milquetoast condemnation I've ever seen. It wasn't even a condemnation. He just kind of like flew past it and started talking about Antifa. But that also made them really angry, so it kind of canceled out. But regardless of that, the Proud Boys have now received multinational attention. And that means there is no harm whatsoever in me acknowledging their existence and combating everything that they stand for. And I guess All Gas No Brakes thought the same thing, because our our curly-haired homeboy from All Gas No Brakes went to a Proud Boys rally and interviewed a bunch of them. And we're gonna go ahead and watch that and hope I don't get fucking annihilated by YouTube.
I am called to your purpose, Lord. Reveal your purpose to the Proud Boys. Use us to lift up this city, to save the people of this city. Don't let it die. Amen.
Amen! Show some fucking motivation!
Fuck Antifa! Fuck Antifa! Fuck Antifa! Fuck Antifa! Fuck Antifa! Fuck Antifa! Let's go!
We're in Portland, Oregon, again.
Kyle didn't do anything wrong, man. Free Kyle. God bless you, brother. You're awesome.
If you make me look like
Holy shit, we got Destiny in here.
a jackass, I'm gonna come for you.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna probably beat the shit out of you. Never fuck with me.
Is that a White Claw?
That is a White Claw.
White Claw! White Claw! Mango White Claw!
A lot of people assume that.
So, I watched a little bit of this, like the first 2 minutes of it, before, just last night, like it autoplayed on my, I was playing some Death Stranding, making a fucking massive delivery, just trying to, release my load at a distribution center in Death Stranding. And, this video autoplayed, and I watched the first 2 minutes, and I think, for the most part, they do a good job of highlighting how fucking insane these people are, but at the same time, I think it's a little bit dangerous how they portray these people. Because these guys want nothing but attention, and they want positive attention from the press. So while you do have those among them that are really, really dumb and will just, like, go mask off for the camera, many of them are going to go really hard playing civility or keeping the mask on when they're talking to somebody, with 1 million subs on YouTube that's going to be seen by millions of people, right? So when you frame them, or give them a platform and frame them like this, like, oh yeah, look how quirky he is, White Claw, I think it does a disservice to highlighting just how fucking horrible these people are, how atrocious their beliefs are, and what they would have done to this country if their desires were met or they were allowed to take power.
I'm here to protest Antifa and BLM, and that's probably the furthest thing from the truth.
It's about the Western world, Western nationalists, like we love America.
We believe in God and America and the Constitution. I love my country,
That's mostly what...
Holy shit, it's Clayton Bigsby. It's like the KKK, right? Well, the problem is everybody knows that the KKK is like, they're white supremacists and Nazis, but the Proud Boys are still kind of a new thing, right? It's like the alt-right. Proud Boys is just now getting into the media. It's gonna do a rotation, right? Do you remember when... Oh, wow, my camera is very small. I'm too little. There we go. Do you guys remember back when alt-right first became a thing? Do you guys remember that? The media portrayed the alt-right in a pretty positive light overall. It was like, oh yeah, the alt-right are these these new, young, new age conservatives that think differently. They're really intellectual, new ideas, all that kind of shit. Like, liberal media outlets framed these guys this way. And for a long time, the alt-right was seen quite positively, for a couple years at least. And it wasn't until self-described alt-righters started going mask off, committing terrorist attacks, doing all these things, that alt-right became a dirty word. Now none of these people call themselves alt-right anymore. They're trying to muddy the water again. They're identitarians, white nationalists, so that also went through the ringer. But now Proud Boys. Proud Boys is going to be seen as just sort of like a right-wing, group, like the alternate to Antifa. They're just trying to fight these violent, anarchist white boys in the streets, trying to burn down businesses, right? Now, have there been terrorist attacks pulled off by Proud Boys? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I know at least people who associate or are fans of the Proud Boys have committed terrorist attacks, white nationalist-leaning people. But until we have people that are, like, outwardly going mask off, I mean, for the most part, the Proud Boys aren't as, like, people aren't as dumb as with the Proud Boys as they were with the alt-right, but for the most part, it's going to go through the motions again. So we're basically at the unveiling part right now. This is what we're at here. We're at the unveiling. Xander Hall, show this to everyone for a good reminder. Don't let this be porn. It's a Twitter link. I have so much fucking porn on my Twitter timeline today for some reason. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at this.
I started this gang called the Proud Boys.
Okay, this is Gavin McInnes, a Canadian neo-Nazi, alt-writer, white nationalist, and white supremacist who is the founder, or one of the founders of the Proud Boys. Now, he's since stepped back from it because he realizes that eventually, since the Proud Boys are getting so much public support, that eventually they're going, or public, not support, but public exposure, that eventually they're going to fuck everything up and it's going to make him look bad. So to save his career, he's got to step back from it. But this is the motivation of the guy who created the gang called the Proud Boys.
I started this gang called the Proud Boys. And
The Proud Boys?
The Proud Boys.
What's Proud Boys about?
We will kill you. That's the Proud Boys in a nutshell. We will kill you. We look nice. We seem soft. We have boys in our name. But like Bill the Butcher and the Bowery Boys, we will assassinate you. Now, part of the reason I agree to do the talk is because I'm allowed to bring all my guys. And we can fight our way in and fight our way out. Beating the shit out of these people. I think it's our job to do it. And the cops to turn a blind eye. If you're wearing a MAGA hat, as Sal is right now, Sal's in the studio, folks.
Oh my God, it's Sal Cipolla. Where are you from? On here. Wow, you came a long way.
If you're wearing a MAGA hat, and some guy with a slightly punk demeanor comes up to you and says, "Hey, are you Sal or are you pro-Trump?" Choke him. Trust your instincts. Don't listen to what he has to say. Choke him. If I do a video where I say, how about we start throwing bricks? Is that legal? You can't call for violence on a specific person, but can you say they're throwing bricks? We should throw bricks. Can you call for violence generally? Because I am. Fighting solves everything. We need more violence from the Trump people, Trump supporters. Choke a motherfucker, choke a bitch, choke a tranny. Get your fingers around the windpipe. I want violence, I want punching in the face. I'm disappointed in Trump.
I will have you all know the only time it is acceptable to choke a trans person is when they ask you to, and it's consensual and you're in the bedroom. Then it's okay, but that's not what he's advocating for here. I'm just gonna clarify that.
Supporters for not punching enough. Get a fucking gun. Get ready to blow someone's fucking head off. I've even killed people in my dreams. That's how awesome my gun is. Get
These people are such losers! Oh my god! What a fucking nerd! People who think like that are people who used to get stuffed in lockers in middle school. Holy shit.
Trouble, get arrested, get fired. Let's all get in this together. They can't kill us all. Here, I got green tips, man. Those go through at least 3 bodies. Oh, beautiful. Plop. I love the way he falls on his ass. They said, you want to go? I said, yeah, I want to fucking go. And I punched him in the face. And then Coulter emailed me later and she goes, conservatives never punched anyone in the face. Finally, things are turning around. And then Malmsberg goes, you're not advocating violence, are you? And I go, I absolutely am. It's a wonderful, effective thing. This is a fucking war.
Yeah, so just a reminder, that's how you responsibly platform the Proud Boys. Now, I love All Gas, No Brakes. I'm not impugning the people over there for going to this protest. The problem is you have to be really, really careful when you platform these people, not to have them come off as just some goofy, harmless conspiracy theorists and quirky dudes. These are terrorists. These people are out here, whether they say it or not, with the motivation to kill. They are out here begging, prepared for any reason to kill. Okay? Whoever posted the link, repost the link in chat. That's what these people are here for. They aren't some fucking quirky dude saying White Claw. That's not what these people are. They are terrorists.
The Proud Boys is
Because we're proud of the West. We're proud to be part of the United States of America.
What do you want me to say?
What's on your mind?
We're the #1 trending thing on the internet right now. #2 video live streaming on YouTube.
Truthfully, it's just the Western world. Like, I appreciate it and I like drinking. Yeah, I like drinking with boys. I'm trying to get drunk.
Here we go, bouncing out this bitch, talking about.
Yeah, look, they're just some quirky dudes. They just want to drink with the boys. Then I agree with you 100%. There could potentially be merit to making them look like impotent, rage-filled idiots. If this was followed up with a serious PSA, I would think that would be best. Oh yeah, Vermin, I haven't seen the end of it. Yeah, it's possible that later on, at the very least, they do something like that. But so far, it's just sort of being like, it's just being portrayed as them being like quirky, sort of, weirdos, right? Not dangerous, which is what they need to be considered, right? Yeah, redneck ISIS.
Got the Easter Bunny, yeah.
Dude, that was pretty good off the top of his head. Proud Boy shit.
Proud boy, what it do when I'm chilling with my crew? Live your ass black and blue,
Hey,
sitting in the
Count
blood
Dankula.
pool. What it do with my motherfucking homies? Boy, you don't know me, boy. You motherfucking owe me. Talking about that money, you think you're fucking funny?
Hey, Cloud Gang, hey, Cloud Gang.
Okay, it's I mean, guys, they're doing exactly what I said. They're doing presenting them as being like these weird sort of quirky come on, all gas, no brakes. Come on, just wait until the end. Yeah, I'll watch it.
What's that one song by Tekashi 6ix9ine?
And I understand sometimes when the left are like, oh, well, they're violent. It's because we make self-defense look like assault.
Okay, this is good. This is good.
August 22nd, we were standing in front of the Justice Center waving blue line flags. There to back the blue. Hundreds of Antifa show up and start throwing rocks and stuff. How is that anti-fascist? I mean, they show up to silence us.
That's communism. That's Marxism.
They're Marxist, communist.
Oh yeah, apparently this lady is a porn star. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'd like to point out, being a fascist porn star is probably the dumbest shit in the world. You realize that your job... Yeah, this girl's a porn star. You realize your entire job would not only be criminalized, but would probably be, like, punishable by law in the world these people are fighting for, right? You know that's what these people are fighting for. Your job would be seen as degeneracy.
Who want to take over and infiltrate their ideology into our government, and it's absolutely not going to happen.
Fuck Antifa.
How come?
Because they're fucking terrorists.
I think right now we're still trying to figure out what the hell Antifa really is. Historically, you can look at the black nobility, the skulls and the keys, secret societies. I think a lot of things JFK said were true about it.
And Soros,
What?
butt sore. Butt sore, yeah. Soros is butt sore, yeah. I'm an individualist, and I don't like collectivism. I think that's bad. Spartans were the first collectivists, and they killed the Athenians, and that's kind of what's happening, being replayed today. Soros, I hope you end your life really soon. How's that?
Are you a Proud Boy?
I'm proud girl. Я гордая девочка. So I think.
Wait, is she Russian? What the fuck? Why is this? Who is this? What is this Russian lady doing here? I know Russia's fascist. Fucking Russian agitators. Sounds Ukrainian.
He will hug you, of course, because your show amazing.
Who?
Vladimir Putin.
He would hug me?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Because your show amazing. You're good. I like your hair.
Oh, fuck. She's trying to butter him up. She's doing PR for fasci groups. She's trying to butter him up to make him like, yeah. She's trying to play optics. Oh, God. Platforming this lady is irresponsible as fuck. Literal Russian plant. Oh my God.
Style too. You too.
I like your suit.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Now, if Antifa's a bunch of terrorist criminals that are out there burning shit and breaking things and doing damage, then they need to be stopped.
We'll use Kenosha as an example. National Guard came in, cleaned up the streets. We wanted to just get police and law enforcement the tools that they need to combat these riots.
Do the Proud Boys communicate with the police?
We do communicate back and forth.
We just want to keep our side of the
No, I'm not doing. Of course, the police coordinate with fascists all the time. Did you notice?
We do communicate back and
the Captain America shield in the background. Ooh. A Nazi carrying a Captain America shield. Captain America, the character who in one of his first, if not his first comic, was depicted knocking Hitler's teeth out. Before World War II, back when America was not only complicit, but for the most part supportive of the Nazi Party in Germany. Nazism was popular in America before World War II, and it was counterculture to go against Nazis. Captain America was depicted because, you know, old comic book artists were like very counterculture. Oh my God. Captain America has always been, and to this day, is an anti-fascist symbol. Hold on, there's like a more recent, hold on, Captain America, anti-fascist. There was like a new comic that came out that was, Captain America ends up fighting like this white nationalist, like, dude with a minigun, and the white, I guess I found the image of like the original thing. Where is it? Where he's punching Hitler? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, right here. This was before yeah, March #1. Yeah, this was before World War II, or before it was like, before Americans hated Hitler or the Nazi Party. This was before that. And more recently, there was a run of Captain America where it was like this post-apocalyptic hellscape or something, or he was fighting. I haven't read the comic. I just saw the panels on Twitter. Where this fucking white nationalist or ultra nationalist type was like really pissed and trying to kill Captain America, saying, "You failed us. You want to let immigrants in that will subvert like American culture and all of that." Just basically like a neo-Nazi, right? And Captain America is like, "No, I came here as an immigrant, or my dad came here as an immigrant," and does this like big speech against white nationalism. And like it was pretty good. Holy fuck, the absolute irony of Nazis of a Nazi wearing a Captain America shield. How fucking irony blind do you have to be?
and forth.
We just want to keep our side of the street clean. Antifa is the real fascist.
I honestly think that they're victims. They're victims to a system that's failed them.
I think that they're lost children.
The movement has been co-opted by people that have more nefarious plans.
It's been completely overblown, hijacked, manipulated.
All of our major institutions have lied to us. They lie to us, they've been lying to us, and I think that it's a lot like Dave Chappelle claims. So whether George Soros is involved or not, they're really good at printing money and taking civil liberties. Look at this whole COVID pandemic nonsense, you know?
My body, my choice. I'm a feminist. Nobody's gonna tell me I don't need a man to take care of me.
You're a porn star! This lady is literally a porn star! Well, star is stretching it. A sex worker. You're literally a sex worker! What are you doing? You realize that, like, without feminism, you would not allowed to be allowed to do your job. In the world that you are fighting for, the people you are associating with would label your line of work as degeneracy and either have your job fucking outlawed and more likely than not, have you criminally punished for practicing it. Wait, you found it? Wait, Emily. Xander God Emily. I think she found it. Yeah, here it is. Here's what I was referencing, that panel that I was talking about with Captain America. These filthy foreigners made us look bad. Foreigners aren't your enemy, son. I'm the son of immigrants. What? When I was a kid, it was my father's people, the Irish, who were looked down on. Called filthy foreigners, discriminated against. It was that xenophobic America. Is that the xenophobic America you want? All religions, all nationalities. We all want the same thing. To see our children grow strong, to provide safety for our families, to live in quiet times. Peace, son. Isn't that why we became soldiers? To fight for a peaceful world? This is what I was referencing there. And he's right. He's right. The Irish were Irish, yeah. The Hibernians. The Irish were looked down on, maybe not to the same degree as black people, but just about. There were signs that said things like whites only, Irish need not apply. They were segregated, they were crammed into ghettos and into shitty neighborhoods. They just culturally weren't considered white. They were seen as subhuman, just like black people were. But over time, since race is a social construct, they were eventually integrated into whiteness over time because naturally, society just got more progressive. Generations passed, people integrate into the culture of America, which in its own is a melting pot of different cultures. I mean, every corner you've got a Mexican restaurant or a Chinese restaurant or a fucking Indian restaurant or whatever. Like, this is what American culture is all about. This is just a natural thing that happens, but you have these fucking sociopaths that lose their shit about it. Xander Hall, when the American fascists complained to Marvel about the first issue of Captain America, they reissued it where he punched Hitler harder. Ha! Amazing.
Don't give in and don't believe the lies of the mainstream media. Black unemployment is at an all-time low. They're thriving. To me,
no, somebody on Twitter sent me this lady's Pornhub page. She does face sitting shit. Where, listen, not my thing, but it's probably maybe some of your thing. She just sort of just absolutely crushes some fucking skinny white boy's face with her fucking her cake. Just absolutely crushes him. I'm pretty sure he's got a brain hemorrhage after that. Name? You guys are unironically gonna jack off to porn of a Nazi? Come on.
the Democratic Party is the party of slavery. They want to keep them on modern day plantations in the projects. Being a Trump supporter is way more punk rock than supporting Sleepy Joe Biden.
Being a Trump supporter is punk rock. More punk rock than supporting Joe Biden. Holy fuck. I shouldn't have to point this out. It should be evident that supporting the party and the person in power, the most powerful person in the world, is not punk rock. That's not what punk rock is. Hold on, I think TJ Kirk made a fantastic tweet the other day. That was like, if rock songs were made, like famous rock songs were made about by conservatives. Hold on, it was really, really good. Fuck, where is it? Oh, he tweets pretty often. Shit. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. It's a couple days old, so I should be able to find it. Okay, that's not it. Does anyone know the tweet I'm talking about? It was like a list of songs like Rage Against the Machine, but the name was changed to be like Simp for the Machine or whatever. God damn it. I can't find it. Yeah, here it is. I found it. Here are the tweets. Here's the tweet. Rage in favor of the machine. The abstinence until marriage pistols. The fit-ins. Good religion. Pro-flag. Public friend. Pussy compliance. Rise in favor of. This is what famous rock songs, which have historically all been about fighting against authoritarianism and fighting against those in power, overwhelmingly the prude conservative Christian fundamentalists that have been in power. This is what all of these songs, the original versions of these songs are against. So if any of these would be the names of the songs, those are band names. Yeah, sorry. I'm an idiot. Don't fucking question me, okay? I know. Fuck off. Okay? Yeah, if these bands were conservative, this would be the name of it. So I guess this is Rise Against. I don't know this one. Pro Flag, Good Religion, Bad Religion, I guess. But the Sex Pistols, Rage Against the Machine. I know some of those. Some of them are a little changed. I don't recognize them. I don't get the meme. But Pussy Riot, yeah, Pussy Riot instead of Pussy, or Pussy Compliance instead of Pussy Riot. That's true. Okay, that's pretty good. Anyway, yeah, nothing punk rock about fucking conservatism and Nazism. All right.
Loser. And these people have zero respect for the law. They have zero respect for the community.
They started out with the right intent. I don't think they started protesting for no reason. Yeah, I mean, watching the knee on George Floyd's neck, I mean, that was fucked up.
Did you support the initial Black Lives Matter protests?
I mean, I don't know. Actually, I want to cut this interview. Sorry.
It's all good.
A warrior doesn't always need to use a sword. Sometimes you need a pen. Our pen is our iPhone and our memes.
Media outlets use
It's true, though. It really is true, though. They do use memes.
use this for clickbait. They're corporations. They're here for the money, you know, and what sells. Oh, these alt-right groups, these white supremacists, which doesn't fucking work very well. Yeah. These white supremacists get here and they're going to cause violence.
These people are only warriors in the eyes of their food.
Violence, and there hasn't been any violence here today. But we're really good at fucking self-defense.
That's self-defense right there. That's self-defense there.
Got kicked in the head, and my phone got thrown away, and got kicked out of the rally.
And you're a 22-year-old student journalist.
Okay, this is good.
Do you want me to say that? Yeah. Oh, I'm a 22. Let me start over. And I'm a 22-year-old student journalist. Kind of just stood around, just like watch the speakers and stuff like that. And then I just started noticing people just like looking at me. And then eventually some guy came around and asked like, who am I?
What's your Twitter name? Antifa Press!
So we started walking towards the exit, started accusing me of him being, killing his friend, like that guy in the J. And then he punched me in the eye, like right in the eyeball. He kicked my head and then he threw my phone over the fence because I dropped my phone when he pushed me. It's not so bad, but I got a little scrape right here. This concussion ain't shit.
Fuck, that's a bullshit! No, it's not. You bitch! They scream at me and they say, you're not real press. So I said, hey, I'm with the NPPA IWW. They heard Industrial Workers of the World and screamed socialism. And they start yelling, Antifa Press, Antifa Press. I'm press.
Your press. You guys are downtown
throwing Molotov cocktails, and I'm the press.
And then all of a sudden this hand comes down and throws me to the ground.
They kept calling me Antifa press, and I was like, I'm just a journalist. And then they're like, well, if you're not an Antifa journalist, you're still Arab.
All the people on the other side, BLM, Antifa, they're the ones with the problem.
Violent rhetoric. I think they want to cause anarchy. Me and Biggs have gotten death threats. We don't condone the violence, but
Respect the law, respect order. They don't do that. So I'm not down with that.
I'm here today to pretty much protest domestic terrorism.
True patriots, we stand for freedom, free speech.
We're proud of the Constitution.
We stand for freedom, but we will fucking kill you if you don't follow the law. If you raise your hand against the police, we will fucking stomp your head into a curve. We are in favor of freedom and liberty, but we will kill you if you fight against the power structure.
And we're proud that we're able to have this discourse.
Proud of your fucking boy. And this guy's a queer. No, you're gonna cut that part, right?
Okay, that was actually pretty good towards the end. The problem is, how many people do you think watched that entire video? I hope that most people watched that video, because the beginning, for the most part, sort of did a pretty good job of framing them as, like, sort of quirky little fucking, you know, just quirky boys. They just want to drink with the boys, and they're just fighting those violent Antifa terrorists, right? And I would argue that the vast majority of Americans probably do think Antifa are terrorists, like the real fascists or whatever. So when you phrase these people or frame these people as just sort of being quirky in the beginning, you run the risk of many people not watching the whole thing to see the end where they show, oh yeah, by the way, these people are literally physically attacking journalists, throwing racial slurs at them if they're brown. And then the guy who previously was just sort of framed as like the quirky dude who wants to drink with the boys then calls the guy interviewing him from All Gas No Breaks. I can't say it on Twitch. The Q word. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I didn't want to talk about Proud Boys until it became like relevant because I didn't want to give them attention, and that's what they strive off of. But all I can hope is that hopefully the media gets ahead on this one, doesn't sort of frame them as how you say charitably as they did the alt-right and people like Richard Spencer. And just hope they get ahead on this one, because I am not looking for a repeat of all that shit.